Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about whether you should sell internationally on Etsy, and this is really going to be a personal decision based on your own stats and your own business model. But the fact is that Etsy is a US based business. The vast majority of the customer base is in the United States. So if you're in a country other than the United States, you're probably going to have to sell to the United States if you want to have a better chance of getting a lot of traffic. So if you are an international non-US seller, you probably need to sell internationally. So that's the short answer to that. But you can limit the countries to which you send mail because you can go into your shipping settings and uncheck boxes that correspond to countries that you don't want to mail to. And that's just a shipping settings thing. So you can do that. I think I have a video about setting up a shipping profile, and you can do that for different shipping profiles so that you're only mailing to the EU, or you're only mailing to Canada, or you're only mailing to the US, and you're eliminating some countries that you know just have terrible postal systems or whatever. And one tip I would give anyone is to go to the shipping insurance. There's a website called Shipsurance, and I think that's the company that Etsy uses now, and see where they won't insure, because there are countries that they will not insure packages to. So in my mind, that tells me that that's probably not a good country to send to, because if the insurance company won't insure that, then they know more than I do. After that, I'll look at countries that I know tend to have bad experiences with post. So I eliminated a lot of countries that did not ever deliver the mail. I had customers write to me to say, do you send to my country? Because when I order things, I just have to pray that it gets here. I generally won't mail to those countries. And if you start getting a lot of packages being returned from specific places, that's probably a good indication that it might be somewhere you don't need to ship. Now, again, you have to take into account how many packages do you actually send there. Because for me, my international business was not a big part of it. My customers tend to need things quickly, so they know that ordering internationally takes longer, and they generally will try to order from someone in the same country that they're in. If you sell a lot to certain countries, you might want to keep sending stuff there even if you know that the mail system is a little wonky. So this is a personal decision that you have to make based on your own track record and your own knowledge of the country and your own customer base. All right. So I'm not saying don't send international at all. I'm just saying you need to take the risks and rewards into account. Another thing that you need to think about is whether those countries have specific laws. Like Germany has packaging laws, and you have to comply with those. There are more international laws like that going into effect on every year. So we have to keep up with that kind of thing. And if you don't want to deal with it, then you can just not ship to that country. I only ship at this point to Canada and the US because of the delays, the time lapse between when my packages leave and when they get to the other country, and of all these regulations that are popping up. I'm not interested in dealing with that, but that percentage of my traffic is so small, it doesn't really matter for me. And that's what I'm saying. You have to see if Germany was 90% of my traffic, yes, I would be sending packages to Germany and I would be complying with all those regulations. But it's a very minuscule piece of my income, so it did not hurt me to eliminate that. So you have to look at your own situation. You have to decide. But definitely go and look at the insurance. And you can go to the Etsy checkout. Like, you pretend like you're going to buy a label. Start buying a label. When it gets to the point that it says, do you want insurance? Click on that and then see where that company does not insure. Don't send packages there. It's just, like I said, they know more than we do. Just take their advice and don't ship there. All right. So leave me any questions and I will talk to you later.